Activity number 2. Instruction. Make these sentences negative. Make these sentences negative. A. My father makes baskets. B. They write letters. C. I speak Italian. D. Danny phones his father on Sundays. So this is activity number 2. In this activity, you are given some affirmative sentences and you have to turn them into negative. Sentence number 1 is, or A is, my father makes baskets. The negative for this sentence is, my father does not make baskets. B. They write letters. The negative is, they do not write letters. C. I speak Italian. Negative, I do not speak Italian. D. Danny phones his father on Sundays. The negative is, Danny does not phone his father on Sundays. Now, let's report the correct answers on the board. Correction. A. Does not make. B. Do not write. C. Do not speak. And D. Does not phone. So this is the end of the correction of activity number 2. Let's read once again. A. My father does not make baskets. B. They do not write letters. C. I do not speak Italian. D. Danny does not phone his father on Sundays. Next is activity number 3. Instruction. Make questions. A. You to speak English. So A is an example, okay? Now it's your turn with B and what follows. B. When he to go home. C. They to clean the bathroom. D. Where she to ride her bike. E. Billy to work in the supermarket. Correction. As I told you before, A is an example and the words you've been given are you to speak English. And the correct sentence is, do you speak English? For B, remember that there are two types of questions. You have yes or no questions, which begin by the auxiliary, and WH questions in which you have a WH word. Okay? So in B, you have a WH word, which is when. So the sentence begins a WH word, and the correct sentence for B is, when does he go home? When does he go home? Let's write it. When does he go home? C. You can remark that here there is no question word or WH word, so The question you have to write here is a yes or no question. It begins by the auxiliary. So the correct sentence for C is, do they clean the bathroom? Do they clean the bathroom? Let's write it. Do they clean the bathroom? D. Where does she ride her bike? Where does she ride her bike? Where does she ride her bike? E. Billy to work in the supermarket. The correct sentence is, does Billy work in the supermarket? Does Billy work in the supermarket? So this is the correction. You can make the remark. Some sentences begin by a WH word, like in sentences B and D. These are WH questions. And the other sentences begin by an auxiliary. These sentences are yes or no questions. Auxiliary, auxiliary. Great. This is the end of our practice. Thank you for attending our classes and goodbye. I'll see you next time.